bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time. What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.
Down to the reading!
What's up? Good morning. How you doing?
Playing with these terrible sound effects. Hey, the chat is chat. It's like the chat started without us already.
What's up, bitches?
I know.
What's up?
It's so funny.
Wake up.
So I'm not hearing
morning time.
in my headphones on StreamYard, which is connected to my phone. I'm controlling the assets on my computer, but I'm not hearing them. So I'm sitting here in complete no noise whatsoever. I can hear you perfectly, but that's weird. So how fun is that? Good morning, Elena. Good morning, Dylan. What else do we got here? Good morning,
got
Dan.
Flush
Thank you both. Thank you
MP.
both for confirming the music was there because I was freaking out in the background that you guys were just silently. Dan, what's up? Enjoy the ads. I know. Brofit, good morning. How you doing, buddy? MP in the house. It's Friday, baby. Let's get some. And Mr. Bukes over on X, as always, our biggest supporter, biggest fan. How you doing? Oh, and Pulls Tim slips in right there at the end. Good morning, sir.
We got a full house today. This is awesome. This is great.
I love it. I really do. Thank you all for coming to hang out with us and start your mornings, mid mornings, early mornings with these two knuckleheads, the quaff and the beard.
This is what happens when
Guys, I look at the screen and I see his hair.
it is a quaff. This is what happens when you shower at night, shampoo and conditioner. I didn't even comb this. This is all natural, and I feel extremely lucky to still have this, and I will hang on to it for as long as I can.
Oh yeah, enjoy it. My wife, she did a little trim on both of our daughters' hair the other day, and she's so jealous of their hair. Like they have like my side of the family's hair, like my family and especially me, like we have really thick hair. Like if I let it grow out, like I can't let it grow out because it feels like too much as it gets longer than what it is now. Like it just starts to feel like I'm wearing a helmet. But yeah, she was like, "Girls, I cannot believe your hair is so beautiful and wonderful." Like she even like she told me she like when she was brushing Brooklyn's hair, she like took her hair and put it over, like my wife took our daughter's hair and put it over her head just so she could like feel what it was like because my daughter has that much hair that she can actually do that. So it was hair is hilarious.
Yeah,
And
this just has a mind of its own.
I love having fun with it. Like, like I'm that person too. Like I have when I grow it out, when I cut it differently, a lot of the times. And then my daughter, Brooklyn, I can see that she got this from me because she has naturally curly hair. Um, and then sometimes she'll like mega curl it and do like weird hairstyles. Just the other day she straightened it like completely straight. Like she's like, look how far it goes down my back, Dad. And like so she's having fun with it, which I love. Goats and freaks.
Some are mohawks, some are faux hawks. I've been considering bringing back the faux hawk. Will that make me cooler? I don't know.
Yeah, I've had a mohawk for a while. There's a lot of times when I did when our son was born. We had matching mohawks for a while. My wife absolutely loved having a son and mohawking his hair every time he came out of the tub. It's a good time. Good morning, Mike. But yeah, I think Mr. Jason, teacher Jason, should definitely have a, rock a hawk for a little bit. I think you should come back from summer, first day of school, throw all the kids off and just like rock a hawk.
Is the next day during the week, is that too soon? Is that too much of a shift?
The next day when? Like tomorrow, you mean? The
Yeah,
last day of
just come
school?
back to school tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Look at that thing.
It's so puffy. Love it.
All right, guys. This will go down as another Jay's hair took center stage of the episode. We did not do the reading. We just talked Jay's hair the whole time.
All day. What are my hair habits? I'm trying to schedule a haircut with my dude. I have a haircut dude because I'm middle-aged. His name is also Ryan.
Okay.
And I was, he's a wonderful hair cutter. If you happen to be in Berthoud, Colorado, or anywhere close to it for Beachy Hair Works, it is like walking into an old school little hole in the wall barber where they make you feel fabulous.
Yep.
I hope I get paid for that advertisement.
One half off haircut.
Or at least a high five.
An extra beer.
I'm going to be totally honest right now. What am I feeling? Number one, good morning, everybody. I'm feeling great. I'm starting this morning, kind of tugged in a few directions.
Okay.
And it's a little bit of a struggle to stay here mentally. Just the day yesterday went okay and then got really, really heavy really quick. We had a late start at school. I misread the schedule and I did like a decent amount of planning for the 2 classes that I thought I would have during the day. And then a different class, like I planned for my 7th grade class, which is doing something totally different than my 8th grade ceramics class. It threw like my entire day off, and I was just redlining the entire day, and the day didn't stop. And it's kind of bleeding into today, where I feel like I'm a little bit on edge. And today's no easier. Well, I mean, it's fine, I guess. No, not fine. No, I'm gonna give a little bit of attention to how I'm feeling. Second day of parent conferences, just a long day where it wears me down.
Yeah.
MP, I'm glad that you're at an 8. I'm currently at a 6. I'll say I'm at a 6 right now.
Okay. That's not too bad.
I always feel better when I'm hanging out with you all. So in approximately 20 minutes, I'm assuming I'll at least be a 7.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I've seen that in you, like with the conference, the week of conferences. And it makes sense. I mean, you're working you're used to a certain day length, and then you're working a longer day. You're obviously having to, you're adding in the parents, which parents can add an extra layer. I know that. Like I try not to be that parent, but I know there are parents that can, cause a little bit more stress or anxiety in situations like school, asking a bunch of questions, feeling like you have to put on a performance or, prove what you're doing or prove that their kids are doing okay, like when they may think their kids are not doing okay or the opposite. So I know there's a whole bunch of extra going on for you.
It's not
this
even,
week.
it's like, it's definitely one of those things where it's heavier in my head. Like as an electives teacher, we don't necessarily get like scheduled conferences. It's more like a drop in. So it's kind of like you just kind of on call. And for the most part, if my energy is really good, like I can get a lot of done during that time because I'm at school. I'm in like the one environment where it's like I can kind of focus. So most of it is
Mm.
the weight in my head. Um,
Gotcha.
so and that usually kind of settles on the way to school. It's just in the morning when I just kind of sit. Like I didn't really do anything this morning. Just kind of chilled out for a second, had coffee, did the reading a bit, not a whole lot of writing, but just kind of thinking about today's page, kind of talking about conditional love and all that, and how it kind of. We don't have to get to the page yet because we're only at minute 11, Dom. But
Well, I was gonna say like you wouldn't know it because I don't show it, but I'm running on a pretty heavy and stressful week myself here too. Just everything with work seems to be piling up, and then wife and I are having conversations about finances and everything like that, like reflecting on last year and where we're at this year, and it not being much different than previous years. Of feeling like last year was my highest earnings year, but yet still feeling like we're in debt and paycheck to paycheck is never, a fun January/February reflection. So, I think that's caused a little bit of tension in the home. And then work, just with the schedule change and her, not spending the night out here. I think I'm falling a little bit behind on certain things, and it's really starting to catch up to me. I missed a couple of opportunities because I, delayed my response in getting back to people. Um, but you know, it is what it is for me.
yeah,
It's just another day, another month, another week, another year in this life. I feel like I'm in a good place. I think normally I would be a little bit more stressed out, but getting better and better about this whole thing.
yeah, I appreciate you saying that. That definitely snaps me out of my mindset. And I'm definitely feeling like you. It's like just it's like it doesn't really matter, how much money we have. It's like it gets assigned somewhere, and it really feels like just like a monthly wrestling match. And it's something we struggle with too. And in the past, it's definitely like caused arguments
Yeah.
because it's like we're not communicating about it, and then we start assigning blame to it. Um, yeah, it's tough. And then it's like how you're feeling and how I'm feeling. It's like super focused on like all the like just negatives. I don't know if it's all just negative. It's just like super focused on the future and really hard to focus on the present and what's going good. Like last night we had a great soccer practice. That was really fun, and I needed it.
Yeah.
I needed to move, and me and Kira, got to spend some time together. And the head coach wasn't there, so me and the other two coaches, her team her team has 4 coaches for 12 girls. But it's good. It's like I love it. It's an important part, but like that was a positive, and it's like I totally forgot about it, or I forgot even to look at it. Like it's a break in my day
Hmm.
yesterday, and I was just assigning stress as in like another task to do, instead of a a chance for connection and release. And then Kristen had like she's part of a they call themselves the Longmont Babes, which is like a little collection of like female business owners, moms in
Hmm.
town, and she got to host here last night. So it's like we come home and there's like a group of like awesome women playing board games and laughing, and that's awesome. Um, so yeah, trying it's a I'm having a hard time today acknowledging the good things, even
Yeah.
though my hair is awesome.
No, that's
I
true.
still have
Uh,
hair. I should be
yeah.
ecstatic about that, and now I am.
Like, can everybody else feel in that little rant that Jason said his number rising from a 6 to a 7? Six. Um, yeah.
Just give it some words, and it
No,
feels.
I agree. I agree. And the MP said it well here too. Like, hyper focus on what's needed versus coming, and less focus on what we've accomplished and where we come. And it was always one of the, and still is one of the things that we wanted to focus on in this space. I know Ryan does it with his proud moment clip. Blaze used to do it with always bringing us to gratitude. But taking a moment, everybody here, and I think that's a lot of what a lot of us love about the V Friends community on X, is that it's a place where you can go and post a moment or comment or respond on someone else's post that you know drop a win, drop a W, drop a good thing that happened or something. And we all kind of come there to celebrate each other. And that's kind of something that we mirrored over here. Is it is easy to focus on the hard stuff, because that's the stuff that needs your attention. Like if something happens, like you had car trouble and financial trouble, like that happens, you have to focus on it. Like you have to, work on it and fix it. But like if something good happens, like it's just good. It's done. You don't have to focus on it. Like it's and so we forget in the week to come, like the next week, we're still focusing on that hard thing because we still have to fix it. We still have to fix the financial strain. We still have to fix the work issues. We still have to fix like the kids are acting up issues. And that controls our mind or takes over all of our thoughts. And we need to take some time to be like, actually, these four things were amazing last week. Like these, and it'll help kind of balance the negative thoughts in your mind. So
Yeah,
yes,
acknowledge the good things to get you through the shit, as the children say these days.
it's a hard thing to do and remember. And like, it always, when I say that, I always feel like we need to like find a way to bring that out of people, here. Like I'd like to say like, hey, everybody want to drop your wins right now in the chat. And like who's actually gonna do it? None of y'all will. Challenge. Um
You won't
like
do it.
my mind
You won't
is
tell us what's good.
my mind is
Go
still
ahead.
going
Prove me
to
right.
my mind still goes to the negative stuff that happens. It's I'm like, as I'm talking, I'm trying to scroll through and like throw out some W's of my own, but I'm still rocking with like one tough moment. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's just, why don't I just say it so I can get it out of my mind. The tough moment was Bailey got emotional the other day when I was asking her about some stuff, and her
Right.
emotions were, when
MP,
is watching the
you're
sun
right.
come up out of Jay's back door?
The sky is sherbet in front of me. I should be at 11 right now.
Yeah, you should. Or we should just figure out how to rotate your desk and camera so that we can enjoy the sunrise, more. It doesn't always play well on camera.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you're getting a nice, beautiful, gorgeous, artistic view right now. Yep.
Sherbet. Sherbet.
Sherbert. Yeah,
Sherbet. Yeah. Well, Dom, did you do the reading?
always. Every day.
This.
Down to the reading.
Yeah, damn straight. Thanks, David. I had a hard time assigning this to any experience, or at least vocalizing it. There's people I know that have dealt with that conditional love growing up,
Mhm.
and how it kind of extends into adult life. Feeling like you're performing in order to get some kind of reward or acknowledgement or recognition. Brings up Lyndon Johnson. And I don't know very much about Lyndon Johnson, other than he was a president and all that jazz, Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have what I'm trying to say planned. I'm putting it together in my head right now. But are there things in your life that you feel like you're doing in order to get something in return? That is something that has come up a few times, like even between me and Kristen, like we're performing for Thank you. And that's something that we've been able to talk about is like, previously, and we're trying to focus on kids here, but it's like, that's something that definitely pops up between adults as well. It's like, maybe you might have friends that you feel like you have to act a certain way to get recognition, or you have to do some flexing, or you have to peacock, I think is the term that I remember, like kind of, show your chests, show your feathers in order to get some kind of return and feel better about yourself. It's not something I feel like I do with my kids. I feel like I was given recognition as a kid. And I feel like I make my kids seen without having to do things. But I also know people that feel like they had to do that for their parents as well in order to get any kind of recognition or feeling like you're enough.
Yeah. So I didn't reflect too much after the reading on my childhood. I think I talked in the past couple of days about it a little bit. I more so like reflected on how I'm telling my kids that they're enough, or showing them that they're enough. And a lot of times it's just simply telling them. So like after reading this, I sent a really long, nice message to Bailey, because going back to it, like she had a rough week. She's like, for some reason, everything's hitting this week. So she's still cheerleading for basketball because they're in the CIF and they're winning. So they haven't like lost, and therefore that. And then she also started swim tryouts and practices. And then for some reason also the cheerleaders are cheering for soccer games. So she's had like multiple days where she gets home at 7:30, 7:45 p.m. And all within that, she did the swim tryout, and she did not make the varsity team. She's still on junior varsity. So now that this is her third year, and I think she had an expectation that being a third year returning person, that she would just so she was kind of like a little bit crushed by that. And so I sent her a message after this reading and yesterday's reading and all that stuff. I was like, basically like, you're enough. Like whatever you do, however you, fail or succeed, like it doesn't matter to me. Just more about the trying, and like her and I talked about it a bit, and like, she doesn't practice in the off season. So it's like, look, you thought you were just going to be a walk on because you're a return person, but it's not a fair expectation. Like if you don't put in the work, like varsity's the big leagues, like that's the hard stuff. Like her ex-boyfriend made varsity like second year or whatever, and he was getting smoked because it's like that's the hard competition.
Mhm.
Like it's not necessarily a good thing if you're not ready for it.
Yeah. If you if we're going to tie it to school, I did have to have a conversation. I have an 8th grade ceramics class, and sometimes I have a hard time, or maybe it's just misunderstood, that when we're doing projects, because like there can be a lot of failure in something like ceramics where things can be fragile and broken and messed up without being able to fix it. And it's a good reminder when a kid comes to me. Like I have one kid who, I think our relationship over the past 3 years as a student teacher has improved.
Mhm.
Kind of has a, I think he's kind of has a little bit of a challenge at home. But I had to have a conversation with him yesterday because the day before I was walking him through a project because he was rushing, and he took that as me saying that it's not good, or it's not good enough. And he keeps, he'll keep coming to me like, "How's this?" And I'll
Mm.
keep repeating myself. And at the end of class, he's like, "Yeah, you keep telling me that it's not good enough." And it's like, I'll never say that it's like bad, or I'll never say that's not good enough. I'm just saying that you just got to slow down. It's like, stop trying to rush and finish just this project to move on to the other thing. It's like this particular class. It's almost like they have to be acknowledged that they have good ideas.
Mhm.
Like I've had younger kids that like have nailed this project, and then I don't know, maybe it's an 8th grade thing, but it is a reminder to choose my words and make sure
Yes.
that, or at least acknowledge when something's misunderstood, that it's not always them that's misunderstanding. It might just be me using the wrong words. So
I mean, it's hard. Like sometimes I think like what going on what you're saying, choosing your words, saying the right thing, it can put you in a state, easily put you in a state of like fear or procrastination. Like if I don't take this moment and say the right things the right way, um, is this gonna mess, my kid up or this kid up if it in the sense of being a teacher. I do like what you just pinned there and what David said. Failure is about putting yourself out there. You do not fail, you grow your experience. Like 100%. And that's something I was, trying to get at with Bailey is going through the swim thing is like if you're not like swim is a thing that she likes and she's good at, but it's not her thing. Like cheerleading is her thing. Like there's something that she gets uh performance wise, like center of attention wise, like whatever it is, like plenty of exercise, learning hard things. Like she's getting a lot out of it, and I don't know if it's just because the sport is demanding. Like that's what I think it is. Whereas swim, it's just a season and then she never has to think about it again. So I was trying to explain that to her and, basically saying that, there's nothing wrong with stopping. Like there's nothing like she has this idea of like being in the sport all 4 years and then graduating with like the letter or whatever it is that you get, and like that being a thing. And I'm like, yeah, but what are you going to do with that? Like, what does that matter? I'm trying to be the other perspective there as someone who never has did anything in high school and references it in no way, shape, or form in my life today. Like I don't sit here and brag to my kids, but then I wouldn't. Like, oh yeah, I swam for 4 years in high school. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't, it's not computing to me. And I'm trying to walk her to the realization that like what she's doing right now matters a ton to her, but like in the long tail of life, it doesn't. So to be like worked up about it, I don't know. It's such a tough thing to navigate. Like
yeah,
as a,
so
and
you're
so I struggle to even talk to her about it because it's like, I don't want to say something that messes her up,
yeah.
but I also
Well,
don't want to
it sounds
not
like
say something.
you're trying to like to you're it sounds like you're trying to cool the temperature a bit and give her a little bit of perspective.
Just give her another perspective because the only perspective that she knows is like, oh, the seniors in cheerleading and swim get like this cool jacket and they get this senior night celebration where everybody celebrates them. And
And that's her goal. Like that's her.
that's like the sole motivation for staying in these like two things that like I honestly don't think like I think she likes them enough, but it's not like her thing. I don't think she has a thing, you know. I didn't have a thing when I was her age either. You
Mhm.
know, I think maybe yours was art. I'm not sure. Yours was baseball, right? I know that for a little bit. But like,
I felt about baseball like Bailey feels right now.
yeah,
I mean, I
that's
enjoyed
kind
it.
of
I there were times when I loved it, and there were times when I hated. And then soccer
yeah.
was just always there, and it's still a part of my life. And art was just something that I always liked. I guess that was my reach. It was like I grew up admiring people that were artistic and creative.
Mhm.
Um, and I still do. Like it's still, it's like I don't think there's very few creative people that I know that feel like they made it, because it just you do one thing, or you learn something new, or you finish a piece, and then what's left is the next thing, or
Mhm.
the next skill, or the next level of recognition. It just kind of never ends.
Yeah.
And I can see that with high schoolers and students, where it's just kind of like, sometimes it just kind of seems like that mountain is so high and unattainable
Yeah,
that,
that's my fear is that it's just too it's so competitive that it's destined for failure. And again, like David said, failure's experience, so it's not a bad thing.
yeah. Well, I have a hard stop here. I'm gonna try to get ready a little bit sooner. I'm gonna say this page is a little bit unresolved in my head today. Um, I feel like we spun a yarn and didn't really tie them up, which
Yeah,
in
we went
some,
all over the place,
yeah,
but that's okay.
but it's a
It's
good,
just it's a
it's,
simple. I think this page is a simple reminder that we're going to get into deeper in the rest of the month. We're only on day 5. I know it's a short month. We're going to hit on this topic a couple more times like we always do. And that's the point and purpose of the book and what I like about the book, but what can also be a little annoying about the book.
yeah.
So,
I will carry it throughout the day. And I guess my
and I
reminder
won't.
today is just to remind the people that you're surrounded with that they are enough. They don't have to do anything, and just a hug is enough. So
Good
I guess
point.
that gives it,
Slip
gives
into
it
the afternoon show if you need a little bit reminder or a little refresh before you end of your day. I know you can't, Jason, because you're in the middle of school, but I'll
well,
probably miss it too.
time.
Because
I'll be at school, so I'll listen in.
yeah, join our friend Ryan Turner. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing day. It is Thursday, or as we like to say, Dom and MP's Friday.
Enjoy your Friday, folks.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks for jumping, everybody. See you.
Thank you. I still cannot hear the music. This is hilarious. I hope y'all
What's
hear
up,
it.
bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
Down to the reading.